everybody, what's up? How you doing? Hopefully y'all have had a good day. It's been a pretty good one for me. Trying to get stuff done. You know how it is, just the usual. Dealing with allergies, so if I sneeze, that's what it is. Sorry guys. Let's see. So yeah, it's Wednesday. Playing for the day. Chill out. I'm gonna play Unravel. I can either show it or not show it. I figure it'll keep me busy while we chat, but for the most part, the plan is to chat. Let me see. Okay, y'all are seeing things and you're hearing things, so that's good. Let's see here. So, just a reminder. I've updated everything that I can with the system. Subscriptions are up to date. Anything that goes weird at this point has to be the platforms. So if anything goes weird with YouTube or Twitch, just let me know, because like I said, half the time I don't see any details as to what's going on with that until y'all tell me. So just keep me up to date. The streams are unstable, let me know. I'll see what I can do, but for the most part, my stuff is, as updated as I can get it, you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, that's just a little detail there. Monkey, nice. Already telling people to like and subscribe. I appreciate that. You're hanging out on both YouTube and Twitch. Cool. Ace, what's up? How you doing? And let's see. Monkey, or Goku is hanging out on YouTube, and there's Dinosaur. Okay. Again, Dinosaur, I'm not answering those questions. You can chat like the rest of them, but I'm not answering those questions. So, looks like we're starting early. Chris, what's up? How you doing? I am okay. I'm okay. Been busy for the most part, just getting some stuff done, because I got, some projects I've been working on. But it's just kind of how it is. It's all good, Ace. I've been able to tell you're more the quiet one. You like to have fun, but at the same time, I can tell you're a quiet type. So, I appreciate you lurking at least, because it does help. Then I do know that Gar and Mewtwo look for you when you come in, so that's always good. You've asked it before. Okay, that's the thing, is I have a nice memory of the questions that you've asked me in the past, because you asked the same ones every other stream. Sorry, that's directed to YouTube. But yeah, so my plan is to chill out, play some Unravel. I figure I'll show it on a little screen. That way, y'all can see stuff. It's all good, Chris. I appreciate you, having it as long as you can. Every little sub and stuff does help me out, so that's always cool. I feel like we're all kind of similar in that, Ace. It really just depends. Sometimes people have to tell you to stop talking. At least that's in my case. Sometimes I've talked a little bit too much. And then sometimes you don't talk at all, and it's kind of like, well, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, you just told me to stop talking. It just, I think we all have those moments. I don't know, things are rough for a lot of people, so, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Let's see, making sure my stuff is running properly before I do anything else. Okay. Yep. Looks like it's working. As far as I can tell, y'all. As far as I can tell, it's working. But yeah, I'm still kind of it still worries me, because I don't know how, Twitch and YouTube like to act up with their software. I randomly got told today that a video that I hadn't even looked at in last year or so now has the ability to be monetized on YouTube. So somebody's going through the channel. There's still the bubble points. I know those come in just based on the amount of time that you watch. Aside from that, it doesn't give you access to the no ads, so you're gonna have ads for the most part, because that's just what Twitch does. You can be gifted a sub in the event that somebody wants to gift you a sub. And, I mean, you can still do, like, bit donations and things. You can pretty much do everything. It's just going to give you ads. So that's pretty much the only change. Right. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and swap the screen. I feel like I'm good to go for the day. I got my Dr. Pepper, I got half of water, you know, that's fine. Got my mods chilling out there, so I know they're good to go as well. And let me swap the screen. Anonymous, thank you for gifting Randy a tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Oh, just a little reminder, y'all, if you're on that board by the end of the month as one of the top ones, then for the next month, remember, you do get VIP for that month. So as of right now, Hologram, which, I mean, technically that one's kind of, like, iffy because, you know, Hologram's a mod, so technically he's like VIP. But Brandon, you're on track to be VIP for next month. The other two categories, it's Scrooge McDuck, who is anonymous on Twitch, so I don't know specifically who that is, so I can't really put you VIP. And then I added a throne, and I need something to wipe that off. It's been on there so long that it's kind of stuck, but this is, the top one is now a throne category. Alright, so like I said, if you get the top on that one by the end of the month, then yes, VIP for next month. I want to see, where was I in this game? It's a Anonymous gifted PSK Blue a tier 1 sub. Thank you for giving him a sub, Anonymous. I appreciate it. Trust me, every little bit that comes from the channels helps me out a lot, y'all. Especially since, you know, I renew subs and stuff. Especially, I actually just renewed my Streamlabs sub because I forgot to take it off automated payment, so so that renewed. So it always helps. Hey Gar, what's up? How you doing? What you up to? Oh, it's all good, Chris. I mean, you come in whenever you can. I'm sorry for your loss on that. Had a hard day yesterday. That sucks, Gar. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully today was better, though. Was it like a work or like personal stuff? You don't have to answer. I'm just curious. Blue ended early. Mewtwo should be here. You didn't see JP? JP's probably going to come in later as well. Well, I've noticed that for JP, he always comes in later. So it doesn't really matter whether she logs off or not. He's going to come in probably around the same time. Boo, not feeling well. I'm sorry to hear that, though. I mean, that's rough. Not feeling good really does suck. Trust me. I know, because Texas is trying to kill me, but that's a whole nother story. Ernie, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming in. See, I feel like I've already done this one, but I don't remember if I finished it. That's the whole thing. Did I finish? Can't remember if I finished it, y'all. Cause then the next one is Winter Sun. I'm assuming that if it's not letting me enter, then yeah, I haven't finished this one yet. So the only one to get into would be that one. Arnie, how you doing? What are you up to? Mm-hmm. Let me know if the sound on this is too much. I've reduced it for this game since I know it's got like this like little like backgroundy song to it. I don't know what it sounds like anymore because I haven't been putting on headphones for this game. You're chilling after a long day at work. Sounds good. Honestly, that's probably the best thing to do. Just to relax a little bit, watch some fun stuff, maybe eat some good food. So hopefully you've had a good dinner or lunch or well, no, it'd be dinner. But then again, I'm assuming that you're in the U.S. Nice, nice. Relaxing is always a good thing. Oh, now I remember what I was doing in this one. Okay, so this part, I was mad at this part. This is where, well, I had already had issues with the previous level, and then on this one specifically, I had to like stop because of the stupid birds in this one, because the stupid birds keep trying to attack you. Scare the birds. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, you see, that's what was happening last Wednesday when I stopped playing this game. I kept getting picked up by birds. Ernie, I feel like you're gonna be more calm than I am when it comes to things, because this game is driving me a little bit insane. You were snowed in on Monday? Ooh. Honestly, I don't envy any of y'all dealing with the snow. Because, I mean, that's crazy. I've seen some videos of what y'all are dealing with, and I'm like, I don't know how you do it. I am strictly a Texas girl, which means very little snow, and, like, just, you know, none of that crazy. No, I'm gonna get eaten by a bird. Stupid bird. You're gonna hear that constantly, apparently, because this is where I've been stuck for a while. The bat on. Oh, I hate. Oh, okay. See, that one though was my own fault though, because on that one I just wasn't taking the time to actually pay attention to what I was supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? I was hiding and I still got eaten. I got taken by a bird. This one, however, it's just the birds hate me, and I'm not really too happy with that aspect. So it looks pretty until you shovel it. You know what it does? I did see a little bit of snow when we had Snowmageddon that year, but aside from that, I'm not a snow person. It's too cold. It's too cold. You have to wear too many layers, and I don't have enough jackets to say that I would be comfortable. Like, you probably go outside and just need like one jacket and you're perfectly fine, right? I'm the kind of person that needs like 6 or 7 different jackets because I can't handle it. Oh, nice, Chris. That'll definitely be worth a pretty good penny soon. I don't have any autographed items. I would like to eventually, you know, like maybe have some autographed X-Files things, or I think if I had an autograph on my poster, that'd probably be the thing that would end up increasing in value. But I've never been to any of the conventions. Then I realized that you gotta pay like $100-something just to get a basic autograph, and I've never done that. Oh, nice, Gar. You reached a 20 stream streak. I know it would be a lot more if I hadn't had that one tester stream. No, I didn't, dinosaur. Yeah, Monkey's here. Monkey, say hi. Cold is your best friend. It's not mine. Me and the cold are like basic enemies at this point. I can't get past this stupid bird. Anyone wondering if I'm actually gonna do anything with this game? Honestly, I have no idea. $151 in the stream mace, nice. Yeah, you see, I think yours and Gar's numbers would be almost identical if I hadn't had that tester stream. See, I fell in. I'm gonna get picked up by the bird. Might as well just let it. Might want to invest in a wood stove. What do I need a wood stove for? It's not cold in Texas. We were actually predicted to actually have a decent winter, and it seems like it's already over. I think by like the end of the week, we'll be in like the 80s again. Whew. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, nice. Thank you. I appreciate you watching those. Yeah, they're a little older. I haven't been able to keep up with the reaction videos as of late because I've been working on some personal projects and stuff like that. So, one day I'll add to them. For right now, though, I'm strictly just doing the live streams. And for the most part, it's just chatting. I'll play games. I play more serious on like on Fridays, where I'm actually trying to finish off games or trying to do like specific things. This one is just to keep my hands busy, honestly, while I'm chilling out. And it's mainly so I don't break things. I don't know if any of y'all need that, but that's kind of where I'm at. And honestly, Monkey, I prefer to never. I don't want to even think about that. Okay. And hologram to grill veggies. Why would I grill veggies? Okay, I ain't even eating them. I ain't touching them, unless it's a potato. And I mean, baked potatoes do pretty well when you know they're in when they're on a grill. Seriously, stupid bird. Hey, Asan, what's up? How you doing? What are you up to? Those are the ones where people seem to have really picked up the channel. It turned out to be a pretty decent show, honestly. I don't even mind the references and stuff because they did everything very funny. I'm doing all right. Getting angry at stupid birds. How you doing? Okay, bird number 1. I gotta see. Run, 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 run. No. Oh, you know what? There's a pattern here. I think there's a second bird that comes in sooner. Like if I just wait a little longer. Icemen! They might be, but I don't like them. When they start tasting better, then maybe I'll give them a shot. But until then, it's strictly potatoes, okay? Okay, bird 1, bird 2, run, 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 run. Right. And this one, there's a third. I hate this. I hate this so bad. This is where we're gonna be. I mean, I might just turn off the screen because y'all are gonna. This is where I'm gonna be at for a while. They don't like me, Goku. They don't at all. You don't know if it's real or fake. You're probably gonna have to get it tested, Chris. There are some people who, I mean, I've only seen it like in those Pawn Stars. That's like where they bring in an expert to come evaluate whether or not it's an actual autograph. But yeah, you'll have to get it verified. Ay, that's gotta be rough, Hassan. You see, I actually, I need to try the whole fasting thing. I've heard that's pretty good for, like, you know, trying to get in shape and stuff like that. I know you guys do it, like, you know, for religious purposes and stuff like that. But y'all have a decent idea when it comes down to making sure, you know, y'all have some pretty healthy aspects on that. And I definitely understand the tough, you know, stuff that comes up when you're dealing with school. So just make sure you rest, relax a little bit. I'm gonna get eaten by a bird right now. I fell in the hole. When you fall in the hole, apparently it removes some of the time. I won't. I'm not agreeing to that statement, hologram. It smells bad. I'm not touching it. Seriously, you stupid bird. This is gonna be the stupid bird stream, y'all. What are we doing? We're screaming at birds. Gar, honestly, that does not surprise me. I don't remember what she looks like, though. Okay, bird 1, bird 2. There's gotta be a way to get past. Okay. Choo, choo. Okay. I made it this way. Bird 1. Bird 2. I don't have any bird seed. Bird 1. Bird 2. I feel like I should probably wait for one more bird. No. Oi. Oh, you stupid. No. I almost had that one. Stupid birds. Ugh. Give him the birdseed. I wish I had birdseed. That'd probably be the only way I'm gonna get through this without losing my mind. And thank you, Hassan. Birds and cold seem to be my worst enemies. You know what, Monkey? You're not wrong. Ernie, no, not that song. Not that song, please. Just not that one. And Iceman, they do not want to be my friend. I'm going backwards in the chat, y'all. What'd you end up having, Chris? There was a hairstyle. I mean, that could be the thing, Gar. You have quite a list, though. Ernie, where did you have? Were you in Texas when you had the Whataburger, or was it outside? No, Ace, we don't sing that song here. Running past the stupid birds. Ace, no! That song is not allowed on this channel. I'm actually working out, Hassan. But for the most, I'm not working to, like, bulk up. I'm working out to kind of just tone up a little bit. But today was semi-arms day. I've been doing a lot of kettlebell exercises to try to, like, tone up a little bit. But yes, today was semi-arms, so hopefully it's working out a little bit. Okay, you actually went to, okay, yeah, you went to Texas. Nice. I have a Whataburger like so close to me that it's like, the place where I order from. Um, and I haven't been in like a week or so. I think it was, wait, no, maybe 2 weeks. So I have a regular Whataburger at least once a month. They do now have the Whataburgers. I think there's one in Las Vegas, and there's a few outside of Texas, but I wouldn't get any of those. So if you can avoid the outside Texas ones, do it. As far as I understand, you do not have the same standards as the ones here in Texas. Ernie, you're jealous? I'm sorry. I always get a number one with cheese. And of course, you gotta get the big french fries because the big french fries are the good ones. And then you gotta get an apple pie. Yeah, you gotta get an apple pie. I haven't had one in a bit. I forgot to buy the apple pie the last time. I was so mad at myself. I have semi Hassan. I think it's the cut of this shirt. Honestly, if you look at it, the cut of this specific shirt though, it hits right at the shoulder, so it looks like it's a little bit more. So I just think it's the shirt. It's also semi tight on the top and loose at the bottom, so it's a whole thing. Gar, you need to go to what? You do need to go to Whataburger. Yep. HEB, yes. But at HEB, make sure that you get, like, the HEB stuff. So, their bakery, very good. Pan de polvo, that's what I would get from there. Let's see, their tortillas. You might want to take some of the tortillas. They normally have some other flavors, Ace. I think they have cherry on a regular basis, and they have brownies. They do have brownies. Buc-ee's, I can't say that I'm too familiar with because you gotta like drive to specific areas in Texas to get to the Buc-ee's, and I'm not like somebody who's gonna drive out of my way to go to a convenience store. Ah, stupid bird. However, I mean, depending on where you're at. So, like, for the most part, the food at Texas gas stations are actually pretty good. It depends on where you're going. Yes, it is, William. Yes, it is. Dinosaur, I don't hate anybody, but you're getting on my nerves. Yes, the butter tortillas. Although, I made tortillas the other day, like the real ones, okay? And as far as I could tell, they came out pretty decent. But it was I found that the recipe. There's this lady on YouTube that has recipes, right? So I followed hers, and I tried it though because it was a little different than usual. Because normally you're gonna use lard to make your tortillas, but she used heavy cream that acts like the lard. Honestly, not a bad difference in combination. They held up pretty well. I'm just checking, Gar, because I mean, I've seen people go to they said that they went to HEB and what they bought was Cheetos, okay? Or like something that they could get in their own little like locations. I've heard of Wawa, but I've never been to one. Is it anything like is it like a Buc-ee's? I mean, I've heard it by name. That's mainly what my knowledge of it is by name. Okay, I got lucky with the timing on that one. Hey, Sleepy, what's up? How you doing? No, it's not. What was her name? I saved the video. Hold on. I saved the video. I can't. Let me tell you what the handle is. That way you can check it out. Where is it? I saved the video because I had to follow the recipe. It was Cooking con Claudia. That's what her handle is on YouTube is, and yeah, it was YouTube. Honestly, they came out pretty good. Although I just gotta work on rolling, because like most of my tortillas came out all wonky. Like, you know, one side was longer than the other, or they weren't circle. So that's a thing. I mean, that's what they got, Ace. It's the East Coast version. Yeah, you see, I knew I'd heard of it because I mean they talk about it like different shows and stuff like that, but I've never been to one. Not as big as Bucky's, but I mean every region has their own, you know. Thank you, Hassan. Yeah, that one's the I haven't changed that in quite a bit. That's before the pandemic, so yeah. The pandemic did a little bit to me, so I'm trying to get back to pre-pandemic format. Okay. I just gave myself to a bird. It's all good, Hassan. It's on the internet, so I mean I can't say much. I put it there. Hey, Lamont, what's up? How you doing? I've been streaming for at least 4 years now. I want to say, if anything, Goku's timeline is probably close because, I want to say, yeah, it's about 4 or 5 years now. There was at least a good 6 months where I only streamed to like myself. Lamont. Really, Ace? 400 years? Before the dawn of time or what? Seriously, this stupid bird is getting on my last nerve. You had the onion rings, the vanilla milkshake. Okay, so the milkshake is legit. So is the apple pie. I'm not an onion rings person, so I never get those. But I do know that people like them. Yeah, you missed the early days, son. Those were quite a while back. Hey, Patrick, what's up? How you doing? And Lamont, I'm glad you're doing well. Okay, bird. And probably missed the space where I could easily get past the bird. So bird number one, bird number two. Run, 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 run. There we go. I hate this so much, y'all. Yeah, as of right now, this is just where we're at, okay? That, and I mean, it kind of hurts that I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing, so don't judge me game-wise on my Wednesday games, because the Wednesday game is just the game that I'm kind of just doing to keep my hands busy. No, I have not, Lamont. Was that what I was playing when I first? I don't even remember what I was playing back then. No. So okay, so when I started, I actually started playing with. I was playing a game called. Shoot, I called it Raccoon, but it was. What's the game that I was playing? I don't remember. I don't remember what it was called, but I was playing a game with a raccoon, and I didn't finish it. I got annoyed, and then I swapped out with something else. So there was some. I think, if anything, Viper would know on that one. I would say the French fries are what I would go for. probably should have just gone. I don't know why I waited so long. Alright, Hassan, you have a good rest of the week. Enjoy stuff. Hopefully everything goes well with your school. Oh, yay, I finally hit the checkpoint. Oh, I did it. I haven't had Sonic in a while, but that's mainly because, like, my local Sonic kind of sucks. That one's one of those where you have to have, like, a good one close by. I could go... There's one that was fairly decent, but, like, it's too far for me to go to, and the one that's more locally is, like, ugh. Hey, Mewtwo, what's up? How you doing? No, it's a raccoon, or you play as a raccoon, and like you're dealing with like toxic waste and that kind of stuff. I can't remember for the life of me what the name of the game was. I don't know, dinosaur. Honestly, I can't tell you why other people don't do things. It's stressful. Well, you know what, Lamont? This is just what happens here, okay? There's a bird. I'm here just trying not to get taken by a bird, but it doesn't look like this is gonna fix itself anytime soon. Gar's been stressing you out with his fairy drama. Gar, why you stressing him out with your fairy drama? Okay. Am I finally safe? Oh, I'm finally safe. Yay. I'm glad y'all are good friends, honestly. It's nice to see people be good friends. There we go. I feel like this is one of those things where I gotta do this and then this. Nope, it is not. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the Sonics that I know of are known for that, kind of. Thanks, Ernie. Now, when you ordered your stuff, though, did you ask for regular fries or did you go for the cheese fries? Because you should go for the cheese fries. You don't trust the East Coast Sonic? It's honestly, it's kind of rare that there's a decent Sonic. It's really just a hit and miss. Like, there might be a really good one, you know, periodically, but for the most part, I don't know.
New donation from the Bird of Yoinking.
The Bird of Yoinking? Okay. Well, thank you for the donation. Let's see. I have a feeling, though, it's Scrooge McDuck. It is Scrooge McDuck. Thank you for the donation Cheese fries. Yay! Cheese fries are the better ones. Well, it depends, because you got the cheese fries people who are going to give you the actual, like, real cheese on your fries. And then you got the ones that are kind of, like, just giving you nonsense. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something here. I gotta figure out which area I'm supposed to go to on this one. Interesting, Gar. I feel like it's with any franchise monkey for the most part, because I've noticed that kind of similarly with also with like Jack in the Boxes, which I don't know if y'all have the Jack in the Boxes, but like it really just depends on which one you go to. Okay, see this right here. You should be able to climb it, but that's only if you have a good enough jump. You go to Sonic for the mozzarella. I mean, the mozzarella sticks are definitely gonna be, you know, a good thing to go for. You can't go wrong with mozzarella sticks. I don't know, dinosaur. I've never had that. You have a White Castle down the street from you? Honestly, Ernie, I gotta admit, I do not like White Castle. I went to the one in Vegas, and I think that might have been the downfall of my White Castle, you know, what's it called, experience. But I couldn't for the life of me get into the whole White Castle thing. Okay, so I need to get from here to over there. Okay, see, it's too high for me to jump, and there's no box or anything for me to bring up over here. Unless, let me see, if I were to do this. Okay, hold on. Let me come back this way. You know what? Yeah, I've kind of noticed that with that franchise, it's one or the other. I tried to like it, and honestly, the White Castle where you have to kind of heat it up in the microwave, that one wasn't actually too bad. Like, I quite enjoyed that one, but like the one that you get at the actual store, no, thank you. Maybe, is there a way to bring this one? I feel like I'm doing this completely wrong. Like, I'm really hoping that this one right here will be able to kind of come to this area with me, but I highly doubt it. You don't have a White Castle there either? I've only been to the one in Vegas. So, I mean, I think that's where my problem is, though. Because, like, how do you... I don't know if I should be judging it based off of probably, like, its worst location. Because I can imagine it's not meant for people who are looking for decent food. You know what I mean? No! Come back here, you stupid box. I'm doing this entirely wrong. And we know that. So, okay, so you connect here. I've already probably used way too much string to get me to the locations. I feel like they probably did. I mean, it's not meant for people who are in their right state of mind. You're if you're going to that one, you're more than likely drunk. Let's see. Chris is redeeming hydrate. Okay. They charge like $25. I mean, $25 is not that bad. It depends on the location, though. Because at that point, it's about whether or not I have the time to get there. Just drunk. Yeah, so that's why I figured it's probably not the best location to base my you know, decision on. Yeah, I've kind of screwed up a lot here. Okay, so we're gonna come here. Okay, so I've gotten my stuff back. Oh, but you know what I screwed up though? Never mind, okay, I can do this. Let's see, Gar's also redeeming stretch. There we go. I would figure it probably is hologram, just because of, you know, where it's at. Well, I mean, opening late does, you know, does make the sale. Why am I stuck here? I'll let you know if I do any. I mean, I gotta admit, there's not one anywhere close to me at the moment, but you know. I'm doing something entirely wrong, and I know it. You'll trade. Okay, see, in that trade right there, I feel like I would be the one losing out. Because, I mean, I'm not going to give you my, you know, I wouldn't give you my favorite location. And as of right now, White Castle is not as good as a Whataburger. I did not, Chris. trying to figure out. Okay, so if I do this and I do this, I don't think it's gonna. No. Just any Texas. Okay, well, you can have the one that I don't go to. I can't promise that I know how their food is because it's the one that I don't go to. But yeah, you can have that one. These are, well, for the most part, this is a Texas chain. But in the last few years, there's a few of them that are outside of Texas now. So you'll see one in Vegas. You'll see, I think, like one in Kentucky and a few other like random spots. So somehow I'm supposed to okay, take this and get to the other side. I don't know how it's just this isn't working. You might trade a Slotsky's for... You know what? I haven't had Slotsky's in a while. But that's mainly because of the price. They got super expensive. I don't have one, Dinosaur. Alright, you'll take... Alright, then you can have that one. But just don't be mad because I don't know how good their food is. I would like to say I know, but we both know that I don't. Okay, so you see on that there's a stick right there that's got a little red thingy to it. And I gotta figure out how to get, you know what, let me do this. Maybe, just maybe I'm not hitting this properly. Nope, that's not what I was trying to do. Dang it, I'm trying to get up here, like as if, you know, there's a way to do that, but now I'm starting to wonder. Because I'm supposed to be able to climb on that. Ace, we just got away from the birds, okay? I mean, this is kind of what it is. This is how we succeed. We attempt to get places and then semi-get there. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I believe they've gotten smaller, Monkey, but I gotta admit, if I'm going to McDonald's, I'm not going for the burgers. I'm going for the chicken nuggets. I'm not a big fan of their burgers, just in general. This is getting on my nerves. Not sure what I'm missing here. Hologram. Okay, I think I know where I screwed up here. It has to do with this right here. come back here. Oh, you know what? Okay. I think I have an idea. No, I just had it. Okay. There we go. Yeah, a lot of them have gotten a bit more expensive. I'm not, really too happy with the fact that, now we're stuck dealing with the prices, but I guess, I'm supposed to be able to climb on this thing. Dang it, what's this stupid button for it? I can't remember. What is the button? There we go, I did it! I knew I was missing something. Oh, but I'm also an idiot. Yeah, you see that little flowery thing in the corner? If I had left this intact, then I probably could have gotten it, but oh well. I need this stupid wrench out of the way. Oh, I did it. There you go. We made it to the next spot. You get Cajun McChickens. I don't think I've ever had one of those, Gar. And I don't think I've ever had Brahms hologram. That's something that just does not. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Iceman, you don't go out to eat. You just make it at home. There are just some days I don't want to cook. You know what I mean? Could I make most things? Like, can I make burgers at home? Yes, I can. Do I feel like it? No, I do not. Would it make more sense for me to? Yes. Am I lazy about it? Entirely. Goku. Harder shell and... That sounds kind of weird. I know you say they're great, but for me that just sounds weird. we're going this way. You see, guys, I told you eventually we get somewhere. More like McNuggets, outer part, inside flaky. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad then, if you put it that way. I hope not. I really hope not, Goku, because honestly, I don't think I can take any more birds. Am I just supposed to, like... This seems odd. Ketchup. That's what I use, Chris, is just the ketchup. I am not a dipping sauce kind of a person unless it's regular ketchup. I mean, technically, you don't really need anything for them. But then again, that also really just depends on whether or not you have a good McDonald's. You know what I mean? Because if they're making it really good, you don't need any sauces or things. If they're not making it good, then you kind of need everything. Okay, so I do need... Okay, well that's annoying. Yeah, Chili's, honestly, they've had some pretty decent food, but at the moment, I haven't found a decent one that, you know, actually makes stuff taste good, if that makes any sense. Like, it's just... I don't know, it's been subpar recently. There we go. Ah, okay, okay. Come here, you stupid bucket. It's all good, Mewtwo. I appreciate it. I think a lot of y'all are gonna end up with ads this month because I think this is when most of the gifted subscriptions start to disappear. Well, honestly, that's fairly easy to do. I mean, yeah, that is true, Gar. I mean, Gar is right. You missed the anonymous gifter, who was here a little bit ago. Okay, I'm not sure that I was supposed to do this, but I'm kind of hoping that I was. The higher sub tier, the more ads others have to. Is that I don't? Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. Yes, thank you, Chris. I will let everybody know in just a little bit. There we go. Whee! Honestly, Monkey, I don't think any of us really actually pay attention to the ads. I can't say that I've truly listened to an ad at any point in time. Oh no, it's the bird who's been... Okay, I'm trying to help you, you stupid bird. There. Go, 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 go. Go for free. Just don't eat me. I mean, I feel like that's the case. It's the right pairing. You don't have to worry about it tasting strange. This time, Gar, or hologram, he brought me where I needed to go. Bye, bird. Honestly, there hasn't been like a really good ad in a while. This year, like a lot of the ads that came out through the Super Bowl were just annoying. There's that one with what's her name? Emma something something. Shoot, what's her name? I can't remember what her name is, but there's one where I guess the girl's trying to buy her domain name or something like that. And then, yes, Emma Stone, the one where, you know, she's buying that domain bloody bloody thing, and then, like, she just screams in the air. That one keeps popping up everywhere, and I hate it. It's getting on my last nerve. Like, out of all the ads that she had to be in, that one was the worst that came out of that entire Super Bowl thing. um, I have heard of that being a thing. I wouldn't say that it's either. Not. I mean, for like you to say that, it wouldn't be, because that's technically what you're asked. I mean, you're asking a question, right? But yes, I have heard that there are some women that do pretend to be more towards either. I mean, in the middle rather than on one side or the other. And I think it's noted as being like some kind of like a fantasy thing. I can't say that I understand it entirely, but like I've heard that that there are some guys that like the idea that if the girls that they're with are like are bi, then they have a chance at something more so like threesome-ish, or in that aspect. So it's happened. I can't say that I know anybody personally, though. But if you're asking if it's sexist or homophobic for you to say it that way, no. I mean, it's just a basic question. What'd you find out about him, Chris? I use Pandora, Monkey. That's the only one right now that's had the music format that I enjoy. No, Dinosaur, I haven't. Yeah, exactly. You're not saying that nobody's legitly one or the other. So, I mean, I would say never really worried to the point where if you're asking a legitimate question, I wouldn't worry about it. You're not specifically saying that there are no women that are either lesbian or bi. You're asking the question, are there women who pretend? So, and I mean, it's a valid question. So the way that I see it, that you're formatting it, that you're formatting the question, I wouldn't have any issue with that as like a topic of conversation. Now, if you're coming out and you're saying that outright that you don't believe that they exist, that's a whole nother story. That's where you're kind of invalidating the aspect of people's ability to notate their own sexuality. That's a whole different aspect. But yours is strictly just a question if people have done that. I know it's kind of funny because sometimes the semantics can get people into a lot of like different troubles. It doesn't mean that it's not a valid question. Although, I will say, and I know this might be kind of a tangent, be careful with who you talk to about this stuff, because inadvertently, a lot of people get really upset with these kinds of questions. But yes, I would say it is to get more attention in one format or another. 90% of the women that you've known claim that they wouldn't date one. Interesting. Let's see. You stated it and she got really mad at you. I think she misunderstood the question. Yeah, it's not that you were being sexist or that you were being homophobic, because you're not saying that these people you're not saying it's wrong for them to be one or the other, which is the first thing, and you're not saying that either or isn't a legitimate form of sexuality. So you weren't stating that at all. What I see in that question is that you're asking, have there been women who pretend to do this for the attention of others? Yes, they have. It's just it's a question that has to be, who the person that you're asking it to has to really understand what you're asking. And if you asked it exactly the way that you've stated it right there, I would have never had an issue with answering the question. But there are a lot of people, the moment that you say something like that, it's like you're invalidating the aspect of sexuality. And that's a whole different thing. But that's not a you problem. That is interesting, Chris. I did not let that one go though because the word itself, I don't believe we should be using that specific term. But yes, little people would be a better term for that. Let's deny that one though. So I do believe that her anger was probably unjust. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're saying that you've had the experience, and honestly, legitly, there have been people who have done that. Sometimes it's because they know that the person that they're trying to get the attention of might have noted that they have some kind of like fantasy about having that option, or that it's just they've noted that it would be interesting to be with somebody who was bi or who was at one point a lesbian. And I mean, it really depends on that scenario that they've been in. But I mean, you've already experienced it, so obviously you're not saying that these people don't exist or that they're wrong in any way of believing how they feel, I do agree with your statement there, Hologram. The people who get upset by these questions have... Honestly, they wouldn't be able to handle the old internet. And I grew up in more of a... I was raised by a lot of people who were already way older than me. So I have the mindset of like, those who are in the later generation or earlier generations that were like, okay, a question's a question. You got to look at it based off of what they're saying, not what is being inferred, because a lot of the time a question is just a question. But there's a lot of emotion going around between questions like that, and it can get very testy very quickly. She didn't care anything about anything she said of offending you. Well, that's part of the problem, because whenever scenarios happen like that, you gotta. So let me turn the game off, because I feel like right now this is more of a chatting thing rather than... I'm just gonna swap the screen because it's bugging me that I'm seeing it there. Okay, so, and first off, if I'm offending anybody, just understand that it's a perspective, okay? This is strictly just a perspective on my end. People who get really upset about these kinds of questions are only thinking with an emotion format, and they're doing so out of the emotion of strictly just like everything kind of wronging them. I do believe that if you're having a full-on conversation, you should be able to ask these kinds of questions, because I mean, you legitly want to know. Now, I would be upset if you're saying outright these people, like, say they don't deserve to be the way that they are, or they're not legit in one way or another, because that's not true. You know what I mean? But it's all about if you're willing to have the conversation in the right format. And I think right now there's a lot of people who just don't want to have that conversation, so they automatically go over with the emotion status. And trust me, it works too, because the moment somebody gets highly emotional about something, the conversation switches. And then they're no longer in the wrong for exploding about nothing. Arnie, I don't think that they could handle most of the TV shows before 19... actually, no, anything before 1992 probably holds a lot of offensive aspects to them. I think I saw that, Patrick. '90s to 2000s playground smack talk would one job. I think that's also it's funny though, because you're very right on that thing. A lot of the ways that people used to get around bullying in the 90s and the early 2000s, I don't think anybody within from born between 2000 to like now has the ability to combat. Like for me, if somebody were to start telling me to start coming at me, right, just to talk trash, right, I'm gonna stare at you and be like, okay, and walk away. But like for people now, this stuff is gonna drive them insane, and they're gonna go completely like psychotic, like real quick. Hey Astral, what's up? How you doing? I have to say it because YouTube is very picky with the details, and I could get turned off by YouTube, and you know how it is. You also asked if they would qualify as pick-me's. I mean, I would say yes. In my opinion, just because of, if that's what they're doing, then I mean, in the format of it, yes. But I think she was already too emotional and didn't understand what you were getting at. And I don't really feel like you are sexist. Like, I've dealt with some sexist people, trust me. Those people specifically will look down. Okay, so just in my own experiences as a girl, okay? I've had dudes talk down to me because they think that I don't get what they're saying. When in reality, I know more than them about a subject. And I'm like, will you just shut up? So, I mean, that's where the whole sexist aspect kind of comes in. Also, I mean, if you're like, okay, well, you can't be this because you're this. I mean, there's different aspects of it, but inadvertently wanting to know about something isn't sexist. But I do think that a lot of the times people go straight to that because they don't want to answer the questions. And it's the easiest way to completely get past an entire conversation. Oh, I missed the last one that you said. That she told the chat to be gay because men are lonely. That's not really you see, that's more of something that would qualify her as being in the wrong, because to tell men to be gay because they're lonely, you don't just choose to be gay. The way that I see it is that's how you're born. That's how you are. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I'm gonna choose just to go be gay. That is the kind of statement where I feel like she probably should have been upset if somebody said that to her. Mewtwo. Oh, no, Chris. You see, this is... Chris, okay. Just a little FYI, Chris. I'm not offended in the least bit. Trust me, if I was offended, I would tell you straightforward, I'm offended by what you just told me. I'm not going to shy about it, okay? I'm not afraid to tell people I don't like what you just said to me. I mean, ask anybody here in the chat. I don't get offended by a lot of things. So, this is just a conversation. I mean, this is just how I see the topic, okay? You're perfectly fine. It was just a question. Yeah, see, Monkey, that was always annoying. I don't know. I never really found that to be a point for anything. I think you're right, Hologram. No, they wouldn't, Iceman. Honestly, I don't think they would. Really, Astral? Is that true? I don't know about everyone. I've never felt like you were talking down to me. Now I have some questions. Actually, no, I don't. Well, at least the one thing that you can take from this car is that you know which conversations you can have with that person, and which ones you can't. So automatically, you know where your line is because you know how she's gonna react. It's just it's unfortunate. I will say that it's unfortunate. I don't see anything wrong with that statement. Yeah, you see, I don't see a problem with that statement at all, because I don't really think anybody cares. And I know that this is kind of weird to say, but I'm not. So, I mean, the format of that itself is a whole nother topic, and trust me, that could go down a rabbit hole of a lot of nonsense. So I know we're not going to get into that tonight, but I don't see that anyone really cares one way or the other. What's that, Chris? Tell her to take her avocado toast. And honestly, have you tried avocado toast? It's just avocado on toast. And I hate avocado, so I would just take the toast. Does that make any sense? No. But that's what I'm saying. Alright, well, you see, I get you, Astral. I'm watching you. Oh, that sucks. I don't know where that is, but that's never a good thing. Really, hologram? This face is strictly because of what you just said. Okay, that was a low blow. Okay, you don't gotta throw my height in this. Now I'm mad at you. How tall am I? 5'4". Yeah, I'm 5'4". I'm average height for a Hispanic female, okay? Honestly, I still make fun of most of my friends. I mean, it's just the format that things were in. The way that you knew that you were really good friends with somebody was like they were making fun of you most of the time. Now, the thing is, if they can't take the joke, then you know for a fact that you ain't good friends. Really, Ace? Well, see, what doesn't make sense about that, Monkey, is the price. Like, you could go to a restaurant and ask for avocado toast, and they're going to charge you $15. Okay? You could go to the store, and you can buy a loaf of bread for $2. And then the avocados are expensive because they're like 50 cents a piece. But, like, literally, you can make the same meal multiple times for, like, $2.50. But they want you to pay $15. I don't see the point. Just go home and make your own avocado toast. Oh, yeah. Me and you got beef right now, hologram. Ace, I am not 2'1". That is mean, okay? That's messed up. Honestly, the height is the one normal aspect that people just trigger. For the most part, it doesn't bother me too much because I'm fairly stable with how I see my height, but it's funny. Hologram, you owe me for that one. I think he was he was average height at that point in time. Was he still a bit short? Yeah. I mean, a lot of the French people at the time were actually quite tall, so he was like average, but he wasn't like average for them at that point in time. Has the Hunger Overcooked fee built in? The thing is, why would it have that fee in it if you're not cooking it? All you're doing is smooshing it up and putting it on bread. Hey, yeah, don't worry, Patrick. I was ignoring him anyways. It's the same dude over and over again. At this point, if you see him on YouTube, just go ahead and ignore, because there's no point. Ace, he is not innocent. He is guilty on all charges right now, okay? He was still taller than me, okay? That's messed up. Honestly, Ernie, I don't know how that feels because I was already this height when I was on my first roller coaster. I didn't go on my first roller coaster until like I was older because I had to pay for it myself. Astral, let's tone that down a bit, okay? And Chris, Astral's mess with you. Monkey, you don't like roller coasters, really? I mean, they're fun. It's all good, Patrick. But yeah, no, just like I said, that dude has multiple names and comes in for the most part for absolutely no reason. Gar, you started playing Pokemon Go? Seriously? I mean, that's nice to do, Chris. I mean, I really don't understand why. I mean, I can get why she's mad to a point, but not to the point to where she's angry. But I mean, did you use her money? That's the only thing that I can think that might make her angry is that you used her money. But if you used her own money, then I don't know why she's upset. You see, I don't like the wooden roller coasters. I've been on one. I got a bruise. It hurt. So I'm not 100% on the wooden roller coasters. I mean, there's a few that are like that are okay, but yeah, wooden roller coasters. It really just depends on which one it is. But not his. I figured things were different based on the timeline. Oh, then I have no idea. Honestly, Chris, I can't tell you on that one. Just write it out until she gets over it. I don't think I've been on that one, hologram. Yeah, see, that's a little bit different, Gar. One of the oldest ones at the original Six Flags. Which one is the original Six Flags location? I don't have a full understanding of which one came first. Is that the Arlington one? Alright, Patrick, you have a good rest of the night. Have fun with your games, my friend. Really, Gar? That one? Well, I guess that does solve that question, Astral. Hey, Sage, what's up? How you doing? In an ideal world, yes, Chris. So I mean, this one's a little bit different. So, what you did was selfless, which is a nice thing to do. I don't think anybody would really fault you for that because I mean, technically, you're supposed to be able to help others, and I mean that's a good way to be. I believe she's probably upset though because in her mindset, you gave away stuff that was meant to help her. Like I'm assuming that your mom decided that the money that you use was meant to go to her in one way or another, and now there's less for her. Um, so I think that's why she's angry. But I mean, ideally you should be able to help people that you want to help, but also just make sure that you do it in a way that's not going to affect your lifestyle. So that sounds kind of mean to say as well. But you got to make sure that if you want to give stuff away that you can afford to, because you also don't want to, have that detriment end up with your own household. Fiesta Texas was 2, Astral 3. Oh, okay, okay. I'm doing all right, Sage. I'm doing all right. Goku is redeeming Stretch. Okay. Lemon, nothing is worth going to jail. I mean, that is true. I mean, you don't want to go to jail. Jail would not be fun. But yeah, if the California one is the first one that I've never been there. Oh, I know you said the Arlington one. Yeah. Okay, so my experience with Six Flags Arlington is literally like an hour long, okay? All right, Ace, you have a good rest of the week and hopefully see you on Friday. I went to Six Flags in Arlington one time. The day that I went, it rained, okay? So it rained so hard that they shut everything down, and they said you gotta come back later. We would get notice that, the park was gonna reopen, but I was only gonna be there for that one day. So, I didn't get to ride anything. I don't know. I mean, we walked in for a little bit. I got to go through the little stores and stuff like that, but there was really nothing you could do because every ride was shut down. So, my experience with Arlington is literally just walking through the stores, having spent money to go to an amusement park to ride absolutely nothing. So, yay. No, I do not eat at Taco Bell. At least I haven't in a long time. There's not enough stuff there to make me want to eat it. Plus, if I want Mexican food, I'll make food myself. It's not even real Mexican food. And it makes me sick half the time. They did have one item that I would eat when I did go to Taco Bell, but it's no longer on the menu, and I don't think you can't even ask for it. Hey Mewtwo, I thought you left. You're back. Nice. But yeah, see you later, Ace. Was that before or after Warner Bros? I think it was before. I want to say that it was before. So I haven't been to Arlington in a very long time. I don't even remember what year it was. Alright, Goku. If y'all are watching through YouTube, please like and subscribe on this channel. Also hit the little notification button, that way y'all know when I log on. If you're watching through Twitch, please follow, and if you have the ability to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. There's also a throne and a donation link in case anybody wants to provide anything for the stream. There's also a Walmart storefront where I put the shirts that I would normally wear that have graphics on in case y'all want to get them yourselves. But yeah, my throne is up to date in case anybody wants to check that out. I think so. I think maybe a year or two before that changed is when I went. But like I said, I can't say that I remember anything about it because I only went to really walk around the shops for a little bit. The rain that day the rain was supposed to have stopped, but it was so heavy that by the time I even left, I was already completely soaked. There was just no doing anything that day. I would say that's like a basic staple that people go for. But I do gotta say, I haven't been to Taco Bell in the longest time. Plus, it would take a little while for me to go to one, and I'm not interested in driving. You would, Gar, you would. Oh, sorry, I missed one. Yeah, you're right. I missed one. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what you're describing there, Gar, is a tostada. And yes, we do make tostadas. At least I do once in a while. I just don't do it very often because then I have to, you know, fry the tortilla and it smells. I mean, that's just a hard shell taco. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've seen them. I mean, I would assume it's somewhere in Mexico because I mean, I've had them before. I'm not a fan though. I mean, I don't like the crunchiness of them. For me, a taco is gonna be soft. I don't know if that's the case. I know a few years back, yeah, Chris, but I think he's explained some interest in it recently. Oh, no, that's why I don't really consider them either. Nothing that Taco Bell makes is actually like what I would consider any kind of real Mexican food staple. They're like an Americanized version. All right, Ash. We'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out. I do mean that, Gar. I do. The American side made some weird concoctions. What fast food places do I completely avoid? We'll Taco Bell. Hmm. For the most part, I mean, I don't eat McDonald's a lot because I mean it doesn't fully agree with me. Um, I don't fully. I mean, I've had it recently. It's not too bad. But let's see. Fully avoid. Fully avoid. I don't go to. Let's see. I'll eat KFC once in a while. I have to be in the mood for that one, Chris. If I'm gonna get chicken, I'm gonna go to a local place. I'm not gonna say it out loud because it's only in a specific place. Um, Popeyes, I would say I probably avoid it because I'm not really. I don't like their seasoning. I don't know. I guess that's really it for the most part. Oh, nice, Gar. Nice. I'm glad you all had fun with that raid. Yeah, see, if I'm going to Dairy Queen, I'm going for a burger and some ice cream. I've had A&W, but I think they got rid of the last one in my area. So I don't think it's readily available anymore. I don't know what a Foster's Freeze is. If barbecue chicken is near me, it's pricey, but they have good Korean style. I don't think I've ever had that. You know, I'm really thinking about which restaurants that I avoid. I think there's only like 3 places, and one of them I can't say because it's like a local place. Oh, it's an ice cream parlor. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Where is that one specifically? Is that like a California thing? I would think so because I mean I've never actually heard of it. That's super random, Goku. Okay, okay. For the most part, Dairy Queen was like the main one that I grew up with. There was also some local places that I mean a lot of us would tend to gravitate towards, but I think Dairy Queen was the main staple. All right, Chris, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully see you on Friday. Honestly, I don't remember. We're lucky I remember where most of y'all are at. Okay, it looks like things are working. Hologram, how's the stream been running tonight? So far, I think everything's been okay, but I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Is JP going to talk about the... the what? I have no idea what you're talking about there, Gar. Oh, more than likely. Then he's probably going to tell me about who died this week. Which, random question, why does he come in and tell me that every time? Hologram, no. But does anybody know why he tells me who died that day? Like, is that like his thing? I'm just kind of curious. It was the dude from Lizzie McGuire, that's all I know. Okay, I'm just checking if that was like a thing for him, because that's like every stream. I just wasn't sure. I still don't get it, Gar. Am I supposed to get it? Like I don't know. I don't get it. That's true. I mean, for the most part. Hey, Truffle, what's up? How you doing? I don't think so. Is it? I mean, he's still alive from what I know. Or did that change? Yeah, he wasn't on Lizzie McGuire. Plus, I think he's just getting divorced. Either way, no hologram. Yeah, he wasn't on the... Well, I think he may have done like a guest spot on Lizzie McGuire. At least from what I know about that show. He's still kind of losing it. I don't blame him though, because he went through some crazy stuff as a kid. Oh yeah, that's right. That I remember him in that movie. I actually have seen that series. It's pretty funny. Jester, you've survived 2 CrossFit sessions. Oh, I mean that's pretty hardcore. I've never been to CrossFit. I've heard it's crazy. Yeah, that's what I heard. That apparently he didn't have it. Well, he didn't have a pretty easy time mental health wise, so it caught up with him. I think that's what's getting a lot of people right now. It's just that's the aspect that people tend not to put too much into. Yeah, I saw that. I feel bad for him. I mean, he's always seemed like a nice dude, so it's not really something that you want anybody to have to deal with, but the nicer they are, the worse you kind of feel for them. He's one of the lead actors in the Murders in the Building or something like that. I gotta admit, I haven't fully seen the show in a while, so. I lost track of it after like season 2. It's a pretty good show. I mean, it was a pretty good show. I haven't had time to catch up with it. I figured it would be. It's just for that guy, it's either you pay attention to him or he makes the entire time miserable for everybody. And it gets on my last nerve. That's for sure, Gar. I didn't think y'all noticed that. I don't mean to be short with people, but I mean, it's just... I've already given that guy so many warnings, and it's just... I just don't like to deal with him anymore. I figured. I mean, how many times can somebody tell you to F off before you're like, I don't think I want to talk to you no more? About 7? I mean, that sounds like a fairly decent number, I guess. Lamont, there you are. And I mean, come on, y'all know that I can deal with a lot of nonsense, but I mean, there's a limit, okay? There's always that limit. Hologram, how's everything looking? In reality, Goku, the only reason why I don't have him taken out like almost, you know, the moment he comes in is because it's been a little easier not having to deal with some of his nonsense because, you know, he eventually just goes away. Gar is redeeming an emote only chat, y'all. A black diet Dr. Pepper? Ugh. Okay, see, anything that has diet in it, I'm just like, no, thank you. I don't drink sodas because they're healthy. I drink them because I enjoy the flavors. There we go. Emote only has been turned on. Thank you, Goku. I never said it was you. I know Gar requested it this time. Hey, Mr. Candyman, what's up? How you doing? It's been a little bit. What are you up to? In reality, I mean, if you're drinking soda, you probably shouldn't be if you're on a diet because it's not healthy. Oh no, Mr. Candyman is stuck in the loop. Y'all having fun on your emote only? I'm not gonna be saying that at age. You know what, Lamont? If I'm at age 70, at that point, I don't really think I care. Because I'm already 70. Remember, Goku, don't leave it on too long. There we go, y'all back to normal. Y'all are free. What does for now mean? I mean, I would assume being free and back to normal is just, you know, being free and back to normal. That was for Goku? Aw, how nice. You see, Goku? You got buddies there. Hey, you know the rule. You can't enact an emote only after an emote only has already been enacted by somebody else. Dr. Pepper and Arizona collaborate. Oh, like the tea? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of their tea, so for me it wouldn't be a flavor, but I mean, I can see why people would enjoy it. Don't start, Goku. There we go, back to normal. Because, Truffle, that's just how this works. Apparently you're not having fun unless you're fighting with somebody. I mean, yeah, they could, Lamont. I can imagine that'd be a pretty good revenue stream for them. More than likely, JP will get hit with it. You know how that is. One of y'all gotta have to deal with it. Sleepy wants to redeem a hydrate. Okay. Hydrate has been completed. I mean, that actually does sound pretty cool. Yes. I was playing earlier, but then I kind of swapped the stream because we had this like really random like specific conversation. So then I stopped playing, and I've been actually playing the rest of the time while we've been talking. Can you tell that I'm playing? Honestly, Lamont, I can imagine like an Arizona themed Nike. That would actually be kind of cool. Oh, that's true. You can hear the controller, can't you? I wasn't even thinking about it. Weirdly enough, the moment I turned off the camera, I got way better. So, y'all can't see nothing, but I'm playing much better. And because of that, the moment I would were to turn it back on, more than likely I'd have problems. Hey, Brandon. Blame it on Goku? Oh, okay, this time it's Goku's fault. Weirdly or not, I finished one of the levels like right now. I mean, yeah, they can get a little worn out. I've never had too many issues with the Xbox controllers. The PlayStation one's actually pretty good as well. At least the one that I got. But I can't say that I've played them enough to wear them out that bad. I've been playing Diablo 4, you know, on PC, but I've still been using a controller. I think I need to see how it feels playing with just a mouse, though. Oh, nice, nice. The 360s weren't as bad? Eh. It's pretty good with the mouse and keyboard. I think I need to try it out because I've been playing Diablo 4 for a little bit now, but since I've been using the controller, it's kind of like just playing my console. But I'm thinking that maybe, if anything, I should probably at least give it a try, you know? You haven't used one? Oh, okay. I mean, this has been okay. I do gotta admit though, like the current controller, it's okay, but I still feel like it's a little awkward. You know, just the way it's set, but it's not bad. More than likely, I think a few bundles that I saw did give away a Diablo 4 option. I like the game, honestly. Although I didn't realize that it's huge. It's got a huge map. That game is gonna take forever to finish, but I do think in time it's pretty fun. You know, running around, taking out all the monsters. You use an 8-bit Dio controller. I've never tried one. I've just been connecting this one directly to my PC so I can could play. Honestly, that's pretty cool. They're pretty good for half price of the Xbox One. Not bad. Well, at least I know, you know, in the event that I ever break my controller. I'm gonna try not to, though. I think I've only ever had to replace, like, one controller. And it was because I did something stupid to it. But for the most part, I've never had too many issues with you know, controllers. The goal is to have that not happen, Goku. I'm not normally in the habit of, you know, letting my controllers beat me. I've gotten close, though. I mean, I will say that I have gotten close to having these things just kind of removed. Just throwing them across the room, you know? But I tried not to. Oh, really? Wait, you can't go into the settings and change the way the controller is positioned? At least on the PlayStation controller, the one that's got the the DualSense something something, you can actually change where certain buttons are at. Mr. Candyman, what's up? How you doing? What are you up to? Not bad, not bad. Just kind of here chilling out. Hey, JP. What are you up to? Gar, we should have bet. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, they both did pretty good. At least from what I understand. I did not see the games. I can say I would have seen it, but that would be a lie. You didn't watch an ounce of it? The only TV that I watch, I mean, and it's not even real TV anymore. It's just I just stream the shows that I like. You know what I mean? What do you call it, Gar? We're in the mix. Honestly, that's not bad. It's a little bit of everything. Of course you can, JP. You and your sports. You're just playing FF7 Rebirth? Oh, nice, nice. I haven't played any of the Final Fantasies. I kind of need to give at least one of them a shot. Oh, okay, okay. Interesting truffle. Well, we'll see what happens, Michael, whether we actually get there. You need a good ad. Ugh. Yeah, you see, I have the subscription things that I got because I don't like ads. I don't have the patience for them anymore. I like to say that I would, but no, I lost patience for anything with ads forever ago. Okay, you get the... It's like, you know, watching stuff on Facebook. You randomly click on something online, and because everyone's accounts are already all connected up, next thing you know, you have a whole bunch of ads for things you never expected to have ads for. Gar, I can see you're still super mad about that. And I get it, I get it. You can't let it, like, bum you out entirely, though. Yeah, the Amazon Prime ones, I mean, they tell you have access to everything, but you don't really have access to everything. That's been getting on my nerves for a little bit. I want to start watching the new season of the Lord of the Rings. I saw season 1, and then, like, they took forever to make season 2. So I need to start on that one. Okay, I think I'm done with this game right now. It's made me mad. Every once in a while, you hit a spot where the game is just saying, I hate you, and it's saying that right now. Hey, Carbon, what's up? How you doing? That Pegasus AI... Honestly, it drives me insane. Okay, like, I'm not even, like, looking for anything specific. I'm, like, just randomly scrolling through web, and all of a sudden, something that I might have accidentally clicked on shows up forever in my feed. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Dang, y'all. Honestly, Gar, when it comes to that, I think you really need to just kind of, like, reduce the amount of chatting just because it seems like you're going to be a target for a little bit. And it really sucks because in reality, you didn't really say anything wrong. But I have a feeling anything that you say might be misconstrued for a while. Being positive is good, monkey. To opera or movod. I don't know what either of those are, Carbon. But sometimes it just happens when, you know, you're scrolling on your phone. And I know that's Safari, so... Can you even change the browser on your phone? It might, yeah, I think you're right, Truffle. It's better just to kind of let it cool down for a while. Ah, okay, Carbon. Nice. You see, seeing the chat between the two of y'all, or the three of y'all, I feel like there's much more to it than y'all are thinking. It seems like she's got a bigger problem, and I think y'all are taking the heat for it. I don't know what it is, but something somewhere, somebody said something, and it seems like just now she's got multiple triggers. All I'm saying is just kind of be careful with what you're saying for a while. If you really want things to go back to normal and just to kind of be a little bit more calm and comfortable, you're gonna have to kind of, you know, just kind of reduce certain things that you wouldn't like. I guess normally you might be a little bit more upbeat within the chat. You might have to kind of calm it down a little bit. It seems like a little bit, Carbon. You're very eager over there, Carbon. That is not a problem solver, Goku. Yeah, you're just gonna have to calm it down a little bit, JP. In general, I mean, it seems like things will get back to normal soon. You just gotta kind of relax a little bit. Be a little bit more mellow. That's exactly what I'm saying, Gar. If anything, JP, just strictly stick to that, though. Carbon, you're asking for trouble, aren't you? Don't start trouble that you can't finish. Well, that's good, Gar. I don't know who that is, but it seems like you guys are solving problems. Fun times for everybody. Unfortunately, I know that, Goku. That's why you have limits. You definitely have limits for a reason. Carbon, it's just the times. People don't know how to joke anymore. That and more than, I feel like you have the ability to figure out what their pinpoint is and you're targeting it. And you know you're going to get yourself in trouble with that. Well, I appreciate that, Gar. Well, I can tell you, every donation you've provided has been greatly appreciated. Y'all keep my subscriptions up to date, and I've added some stuff on Throne, so if anyone wants to check that out, yeah, it's there. But for the most part, I know y'all get what you can, so I appreciate it. I mean that's a lot of gifts. Definitely a lot. Carbon, nothing else bring. Really, dude? Just make sure that you mess with people in a way that won't get you hurt, okay? Just take it slow and do it from a distance because it sounds like somebody's gonna come after you eventually. Because remember, people don't know how to take jokes no more. I got a big bag of blues, but I only got 2 left. This is all that's left out of my Sour Patch Kids. 2 little kids. So sad. Nope, JP, these are my last 2. Plus, I don't share the blue ones. If I have a multicolored pack, I don't share the blue ones. I'll share the other colors, but not the blue. If I have a full pack of blue ones, you're out of luck. They're not too sour. Exactly, Carbon. It's the only acceptable flavor. And yes, blue is a flavor. I have. Goku, of course I have. I'm just being a butt, okay? I ran out of candy. Funny enough though, I could normally eat one of these things in like literally a day. But I've been trying to be good, okay? I'm trying to get into shape. I'm trying to eat less sugar. But I'm also not trying to make myself sad. So I eat my sugar in longer periods of time than I would before. So this bag actually took me 2 weeks to finish because I've been good. When normally it would take me a day. That was a bad idea. I let that get flat and then I drank that. Definitely not a good idea. Usually buy 2 bags. Ugh. I normally get mine when they're kind of like on sales or discounts. So it'll be like 2 bags for like $4 or something like that. There's a few convenience stores that have those like little sales. But honestly, they've gone up in price. Well, do I still buy them? Yes, but that's why I try to make them last a little longer now because I'm like I don't want to have to spend, you know, all that money and but for something that I can eat real quick. So I'm just trying to make my stuff more enjoyable, last a little longer, make the money worth it. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to be Iceman, but I mean a little bit. I'm a very simple person. I like my Dr. Pepper and I like my snacks. And I mean, I do have some hobbies and some stuff that are a little bit pricey, but I'm trying to stick to the stuff that's not so pricey. Although if you look at my throne, that's where all the pricey stuff is right now. JP, why you gonna start stuff, okay? Why you starting some stuff here? I don't. You have enough drama elsewhere. Okay, don't start it here. Me and you will fight. But Mewtwo, there's no drama here at all. Like, this is the drama-free zone. Like, sometimes, though. I mean, yes, no. I mean, I am fighting with JP right now because he says some nonsense in the chat. So, I mean, that is what it is, but, you know. That's pretty good, Truffle. There's a certain point where you kind of hit a plateau. Just kind of be careful with that. I've been getting back to the point where I'm trying to tone up, and it's been feeling pretty good. And mainly, you know, for health. I feel like I'm down like a little bit, but I can't say that I weighed myself because I don't really want to know. But I'm getting stronger, so at least there's that. I feel like I'm getting stronger. What did he say? Carbon? He said boo Dr. Pepper, okay? he said some mean stuff about my soda of choice. So, he knows how this is. And Carbon, you know, it's always a joke. I'm not messing with, I mean, I'm not taking anything too serious. Beep, 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 doo, 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 doo. If anything, Truffle, look for exercises that you can do either sitting down or things that you can do with little to no weight. That's probably going to be like your best bet to kind of getting yourself a little bit strengthened up. So for me, I have an injury that I got to kind of be a little bit careful with. So I got to get myself back to health in like a slower format. But of course you don't actually want to do it that slow. So I started with like just little things like lighter weights, just using specific, you know, your body itself. So you don't necessarily need a lot, but if you can get yourself like, get yourself a kettlebell. Honestly, just one that you can handle the weight with, you can kind of have there with you. You don't need to actually get to a gym. There's some chair workouts that actually do pretty good where you don't even need a bench, you just need a chair. Oh no, he was here earlier, Carbon. That guy already left. You missed the nonsense of that. Getting the protein and fiber intake. That's a bit of a rough part. I gotta say, I'm not too fond of either of those things. It's not at all, Goku. Yeah, it's YouTube nonsense, JP. Don't worry about it. Hey, Viper, there you are. How was work? Are you in a better mindset? Are you doing well now? Oh, he was here, JP. Yeah, he was here. You do know who he is, right? If you can't do much with your shoulder, then just look for other areas that you can work out with. I mean, you don't necessarily need to do anything for the upper body. You can do a little bit of with like you know your abs and things like that. Maybe legs. Start off with just pure body weight, just to kind of keep you moving around. That is true, hologram. My diet I think that part is of my diet is very stable. He's been back, Viper. He just changes his name every time, and then he goes back in for a while. Just once you get fully cleared to go back to the gym, just be careful and start slow, okay? Don't start with what you would normally bench or whatever. Just kind of start underneath. Work your way back up to where you were, because you're gonna have to get yourself used to everything all over again. But you can definitely do like legs and stuff while you're waiting to get cleared for any of the upper body stuff. Exactly, calisthenics first, and then move up to equipment. I started with the calisthenics, so now I've moved up to kettlebells. I'm still kind of working my way up, so eventually I'll get to full weights. But swimming does hit everything, but I think you have to worry about the shoulder on that one, because you would need arm movement, unless you're just doing. I mean, no. I mean, there might be a way. A trainer would probably be good. So if you have the ability to get a trainer, that's a very good suggestion. Yeah, it's the same guy, Viper. Hey, Joe, what's up? How you doing? He goes by multiple names. At this point, you can kind of tell when he's in the chat. Walking is a very good start. It's probably the best way to keep yourself, moving around, making sure that you're not too sedentary. What are you up to, Joe? How are things going? JP, where have you been? That's how I type. That's normal typing for me. I can't type slow, otherwise then I start to question what I'm writing. And then I start questioning the spelling of words that are spelled correctly but sound stupid. I don't know, does anyone else do that? Because I'm typing something, right? And if you start going really slow, for me, I start going through the little words and be like, why is weird spelled with the the way it's spelled? It doesn't make any sense. You can take out all these letters and you start overthinking about it, and then you're just sitting there kind of like, what am I doing? It's a whole stupid trail of thought, but that's what happens, so that's why I don't type slow. What does that mean, Viper? And I mean, that's just kind of basic typing. I can type faster. I don't really have to do it here because I'm typing short sentences. Truffle, that's what spell check is for. Everything has spell check at this point. You don't even gotta worry about it. If one can't do 90 plus words per minute, then we're... Okay, 90 is a little bit excessive there. Wait, what? Why do you add all the extra stuff? Is it just to be able to go back and have to redo things? Hey, Randy, what's up? How you doing? I actually did check in to her stream earlier, Gar. I got a notification that she was on while I was doing some stuff. I'm like, let me click the button. I saw that she was at a farm. To weird stuff. So for the most part, autocorrect has worked out fairly decent for me. But there are times where I know something is spelled correctly grammatically, but like the way that it's in the sentence, the spell check or the word check wants to change it, or it tries to change it. That's what gets on my like nerves, because I'm like, I know what I put and why I put it there. I don't need the wrong grammatical format of word to switch my stuff. I still feel like they need to fix that. Again, Carbon, you're picking fights with people, man. you might have a problem, okay? You might need to get that checked out. It is just spell check, but for the most part, I mean, I don't have to worry too much because I can spell things correctly. But like, every once in a while, there's a word where, like, there's 3 different words that I have never spelled properly. The first one is awkward. I don't know why there are weird letters in that one. The next one is, what's the other one? It's something with a li at the end. It's not sincerely. It's like dang, I can't remember right now. But there's 2 other words that I always get wrong. And, like, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever spell them correctly. I hate it, but it is what it is. There's a C in there somewhere. Isn't there, Viper? It might be sincerely. I don't know. I don't think it's sincerely. I think it's another word, but it's got an L-Y at the end of it. I only know because I always get it wrong. But I can't remember it right now. You see, that's why I hate that word. It's stupid. You got 2 trophies in Minecraft, Randy? Nice. I still haven't played Minecraft. I do think I need to give it a try, though. Eventually. You have to... I mean, yes, that makes sense, Truffle. Yeah, that'll make it a lot harder. You see, that word is stupid, Viper. That's all I know. It's stupid. I actually have that problem with numbers, Truffle. I think it's not dyslexia. It's calc something. Dyscalculia. I think I have I struggle with dyscalculia. Like, I transpose my numbers. It's not good when you're dealing with financial numbers. You might swap some numbers around and think that you have more money than you do, and then you have to redo things, and then you realize that you're broke. Carbon, your doctor said you sprained your claustrophobia in high school. Dyscalculia sounds like a robotic vamp. It does. It weirdly does. Yeah. That's cool, Randy. Nice. That's the importance of spreadsheet. Well, the thing is, if you type the numbers wrong on a spreadsheet, you're still wrong. I mean, you can have them in the right spot, but if the numbers are still wrong because you got the 2 in front of the 3, when instead you're supposed to have the 3 in front of the 2, or vice versa, it still doesn't come out right. Oh, you got both? Oh, dang. Sorry. Well, the one thing that I picked up, JP, is that I don't look at the keyboard. You're actually supposed to focus on your screen without worrying about where your hands are on the keyboard. So for me, when I realized I'm starting to spell things wrong, is because I realized that my hands have shifted on the keyboard, and it's like that's why I'm wrong. But for the most part, if I'm looking at the keyboard, I'm gonna spell things wrong. Yeah, F and J are home keys for your pointer fingers. Or you get a smaller keyboard. You could get a small. Yep, you could. But I like the one with the little number pad connected to it so that I can do like the number typey thing. Viper. If you microwave your phone, it'll charge it, really? Please don't tell me you're telling people that. I mean, we as a society are not smart enough to remember that's not a thing. We got people that you gotta worry about, okay? You're one of those, Truffle, that see a different kind of connection to things. I know somebody like you who can do that, and it drives me insane because I don't see the connection. But yeah, I mean, it's somehow where your brain connects which numbers go where and how they react together. I don't have that gift, so use it wisely. But yes, that specifically annoys the living daylights out of me because I'm sitting here trying to figure this out, and the person that I know can do it like super easy, and I'm like, what magic did you just do? Viper, I got no comment for that. You have a 60% key. Wait, what does that mean? I'm not really sure what that means. That's cool, Randy. Sounds like you got a lot of stuff. Nice. For iPhone 8. I feel like probably enough people tried it to where they had to actually put out the notice that you shouldn't do that. 60% full size. I don't know. I have a normal sized one, and it works for me. What I want is I want to get one of those keyboards though that have the little circles that sound like typewriters. Nice one, Randy. Yeah, you see, I wouldn't be able to use a bigger keyboard because my fingers are small, and I don't need to have to worry about where they go on a keyboard. That would have been a very expensive paperweight. JP is redeeming a posture check and a stretch, and I just so happen to be stretching at the same time, so this is the one you redeemed. Posture check and hydrate. The typewriter sound would drive you insane because okay, I can see that being a bit of an interesting thing to deal with. Like if you have to keep like button smashing and all you hear is the typewriter sound. And Viper, you can English? Are you okay? There were so many things that people were saying about phones around that time, honestly. Luckily, I wasn't. I was one of those that didn't believe anything because I did know a few people that tried to see if their phones were waterproof and that kind of nonsense. It did not turn out well. Um, but y'all are mean. Okay, yeah. If it got recorded within a gameplay, that wouldn't. Yeah, it would be kind of annoying. I can see that being a thing where you turn the function off. I would assume you can turn it off though. You can probably have all the noise shut down. I have most notifications for almost everything turned off, Truffle. That's part of the problem though, is because I mean for the most part I should be getting notifications for things, but I don't because I turned everything off because just the little bar popping up gets on my nerves. Cold Red Dawn, what's up? How you doing? It has been a while. How you doing? Viper, you say that sentence right there makes me think about that stupid video going around on Facebook right now where it's the I don't even know if I can explain this properly. It's the EDM song where they say the voices in my head and then it's got that little doo 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 sound at the end of it. I'm sorry, that just popped in my head when I read your thing. I did not hear about that, JP. And if that's the case, then I ain't using whatever the heck does that. Look, I don't have a Discord community, so we're okay. Probably not as stressed out as you, but I mean, I'm alright. I still got stuff to worry about, but I've been okay. Why are you all stressed out, my friend? Just Google what I'm talking about. Just Google voices in my head EDM, and I think it'll pop up. Okay, just do it, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. You're in 0 servers in Discord. I don't have any servers either. If there's any dramatic changes, I can see a lot of people just dropping the service. Cole, don't listen to Viper. He's a little bit insane. How's the family, Cole? What's TeamSpeak? I've never even heard of that one. Did you Google it though? Like, did it pop up? Oh, an old school voice chat. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I've never. I don't even. I'd have to Google it to figure out what it is. It was voice. I don't even know what that means. No, I'm not in his Discord server. Actually, I haven't even seen your dad or he hasn't come in a long time. For the most part, I figured he just kind of, you know, moved on from the channel. Oh no, I'm sorry. Are they predicting him to come out of it okay? Voice over internet. Yeah, you see, I don't know what that means. They're trying to explain it to me, but it still just confuses me. I'm just gonna say okay and leave it at that. Basically, Skype. Oh, okay, okay. See, you could have just said that, and it would have made much more sense. I don't think I have the attention span for that, Viper. Especially not at this point. Well, I mean that's kind of rough, Cold. So I mean, for the most part, there's gonna be a little bit of a change, probably more so than he expected. So that's probably why there's a little bit of that feeling of being depressed. But for the most part, just focus on the fact that he's okay. Please tell him that I hope that he gets better soon. And that if he needs to just chill out on the and have a community to talk to, we're here. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a rough road for him. Yeah, and I figured. I mean, those kinds of illnesses, they can do a lot of damage to a body. But for the most part, if he came out of it, I mean, as long as he does, what the doctors are saying that he needs to do, and he takes the time to heal, there's always a really good possibility that that he'll come out of it all right. It's just it is gonna change how he does things from this point on. So just be a little bit more. How do I say this? Just be a little understanding that he's gonna be a little off for a bit, because he's got to get this through his head first. It's one of those things where you got to kind of work through it mentally before you can just kind of get back to a normal space. And for those of y'all wondering, she's Cold is talking about oh shoot, what was the username that he used? Peachy. So Peachy used to come in quite a lot and then kind of disappeared after a little while. Yeah, he hasn't been here for he had been sick for a bit. So I did know that Cold had kind of kept me a little up to date on how he was doing. Truffle, yeah, he was in here while you guys were here too. Yeah, he has his own stream. I did kind of check into his stream once in a while. It had been a while though, but hopefully he's on the mend. I mean, that's all we can really hope at this point. Those feelings are gonna come up. Cold. He's gonna be a little angry with certain things that happen because in reality, the things that the doctors do or don't do can really affect the outcome of a surgery or how somebody works after it. So, Viper's right. Doctors do suck a lot of times, but it's gonna be a little bit of a wave. You're gonna see that he's gonna lash out at certain people, but at the same time, he's gonna calm down. Just take the good days. Remember, there are gonna be some bad days, but he'll be all right. He'll be okay. Just let him know that if he ever needs to just kind of get his mind off of things, we're here as a community. Yeah, they can be pretty scary. Carbon, that probably wouldn't be a good thing. Also, business idea, start my own cereal. Honestly, that sounds kind of fun. But yeah, I don't think he needs Wendy's and beers right now. That might be a while for that. Oh, nice. If he even remembers us, Cold. But yeah, tell him we say hi. And that we do hope that he's gonna, he'll be alright. Which I think he will. He's a pretty tough dude. Those are multiple business ideas, Goku. I don't have to have just one, okay? No, Carbon, don't send Viper beers and Wendy's. No, don't do that. Viper, you need water, okay? That's what you need. Alright, Iceman, you have a good day. Or, sorry, good night. Hopefully see you on Friday. Okay, see, healthy acai bowls don't sound tasty. Seriously, that's what he says? Can you just tell him that I'm making a face at him right now? Like, he can't see this, but, like, just tell him that I'm making the angry face. That's messed up. And to think, I was being nice to him. No one send Viper burritos, okay? That guy can take down tacos and Mexican food like there's no other tomorrow, okay? So no more. Viper, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. No one should send him burritos. This is not a burrito factory for Viper, okay? Just no, we're still not sending them to you, Viper. If anything, you're gonna have to make your own burritos. Also, Viper, what you're noting on YouTube, dang. I mean, it's kind of good though that you drain them, but at the same time, that's a lot. For some weird reason, JP, you just got caught by Nightbot for saying chicken burrito. I have no idea what that was about. Like, Nightbot literally said you cannot say the word chicken burrito. That is weird. It's not the safest place to go to, Viper, when you know changes happen. You know what? You know what? Just for that, he needs to go to sleep. Okay, tell the old man to go to sleep. I think he's cranky. Yeah, I'm fighting with a dude who's not even here. Cole, please tell him that he needs to take a nap because he's cranky and, yeah. I'm sorry. This is getting funny. I'm losing my mind a little bit. Then again, this is Wednesday, y'all. This is just a Wednesday. We're not even doing anything crazy. It's just a Wednesday. I mean, that one I wouldn't have thought you would get hit with, but I mean, Nightbot didn't like the word chicken burrito. Is there a slang term that I don't know about? Nightfall, what's up? How you doing? Nightbot wants to time Goku. I mean, I don't know. Things are out here. That's definitely not good, Viper, but at least you're getting out of it already. Not much. Nice, nice. Well, hopefully you're at least chill, you know, relaxed a little bit. Oh, the fight has been on forever, Truffle. It never ended. 5 subs and you'll time him out. Oh, nice, Nightfall, nice. Well, make sure that you have a good party. Make sure that y'all enjoy, have some good food and some cake. Birthdays always should have cake. Doesn't matter how old you're gonna be. You should have a cake. Well, congrats. I give you permission to put down what he said because I mean this is gonna be this is gonna help him. Okay, this is gonna help him. The more he fights, the better it'll be. Oh, it is 11 o'clock. Yes, it is. We will as soon as Cold tells me what he said. Night, Mewtwo. Yeah, as soon as Cole finishes typing what he said, then we'll call it a night. Night, Nightfall, Night Carbon. Those of you on YouTube, I will be logging off in just a second. I'm waiting for one more chat to come through. The Wednesday stream always ends at 11, y'all. Alright, Truffle, I appreciate you coming in. Ooh, look, Hologram redeemed a raid. Okay, so it looks like once I get the last chat through, then I will send off a raid. For those y'all who want to head that way. Yeah, he's definitely cranky. He needs a nap. I'm gonna say that the answer to that is no, because I'm pretty sure he's older than me. Although nobody knows how old I am. Either way, no matter what, he's older than me. That's just how it is, okay? Plus, he don't know how old I am. But yes, Cold, just tell him he needs a nap because he's grumpy, okay? Yeah, either way, he's old, he needs a nap. Hologram, who are we raiding? You redeemed the raid. Grimy? Grimy? He thinks he's funny, Cole. That's how he thinks he's funny, but he don't know nothing, okay? The last time he tried to say I was in my 70s. Because he's mean like that, but you know what? He needs a nap. At least I can stay up without being grumpy. But do tell him that we hope he gets better, okay? After you tell him that he needs a nap. Alright guys, I'm setting up the raid. So we're gonna head that way. And those of y'all who want to chill out there, you can. And I will be back on Friday, okay? As soon as we jump into that channel, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll turn out or log off on my end. But yeah, y'all are welcome to just hang out there for a while. He mentioned my horrible taste in soda. Well, honestly, he shouldn't be the one talking. So, yeah, I'm gonna start the raid, y'all. We'll head that way in just a bit. And it doesn't change the fact that he needs a nap, Cold. He really does. Alright, guys, I'm gonna send us that way, okay? See y'all on Friday.